for doing this.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and sharing your story with us and other women out there who are either struggling to commit to getting pregnant and going through the journey of being a mother because they're afraid of maybe losing their careers or having to stop for a while, or moms who are struggling with juggling career and motherhood, and having to live with the guilt that sometimes comes with it if you have to leave your child, and all those things. So tell us a little about yourself. So you're a singer.
Yes.
Opera singer.
Opera singer.
One of the best I know. No, but you really, you're very well established opera singer, and now you are a business owner as well.
Yeah.
So hemp business.
Yeah. So I started my career properly in Paris. I spent 17 years as a soloist at the Paris Opera, and it was very driven, career driven. I sang around Europe and in the States and Australia. I didn't meet my husband until later, so I was never forced to try and think about the baby thing earlier. So I met him later, but I did always have in the back of my mind, I would say, that I was worried. I've been warned by other singers about how they're treated differently once they get pregnant. And at first I was shocked. I couldn't believe that.
Right. Yeah.
And then how people, certain people's careers have changed. I have to say that I was influenced by that, and I hid my pregnancy till I was as much as I could. I was getting the dresses to move my buttons without telling management.
Right,
Formed up until 7 months pregnant. Right. I was on stage dancing till 7 months.
Yeah, amazing.
And singing, and that was all great. And then and I anticipated a dream. I did not anticipate this whole health thing.
Of course not.
And I think that amount of stress started to create problems in my health.
Physically, mentally?
Yeah, physically. Initially, I was so upset because I was so uber healthy and skinny and uber healthy I was. I didn't even gain weight in the pregnancy and everything. And in the first bit after when I gave birth, I was starting to lose all the weight. Went in hospital that month and put on all the weight plus some. And honestly, to this day, I haven't lost it and gone back to what it was before, which is really annoying. Also, I was so annoyed that I didn't lose weight breastfeeding, because everything I read said you're supposed to lose weight breastfeeding. I put on weight breastfeeding. What?
So everything is going the way you planned.
I did not sign up for that. If I'm giving the booby, I want to lose the weight. So that was annoying. But I started to get migraines. I started to have stomach problems, like IBS type symptoms. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And so when he was 2, we moved here. And I started seeing functional medicine doctors and things like. I'd already started seeing some people in France and having tests. I had more tests in Australia when I would go home for holidays. I had colonoscopy. The blood test was showing not correct stuff, but I didn't really get to the bottom of it. I had infusions of vitamins and things. You know how you can have infusions of vitamin B and all different sorts of stuff like that. That helped a little bit. And it wasn't until I found the CBD oil that I started, that day one, I had a normal bowel movement again. Too much information. But I was cramping after every meal. I would throw up after what we considered a normal meal. I'd started to live on protein shakes because I didn't want to be awake all night cramping. And if I ate a normal meal, I would literally throw up and have diarrhea. Jeez. But didn't lose weight with it. But just had the worst deal. So that started finding that was massive for me, and then just month after month, I just got better and better and better.
And during that time, were you doing any performing at all?
No, I just did concert. I did the odd concert that I'd already been contracted for, like the odd gig, but not really any opera gigs.
And did that affect you mentally, or were you kind of still in that mode of
I was too sick.
Too sick. Can't be
too
bothered.
tired.
Yeah. We spoke a bit about the fact that she also owns a business, and you turned something that was, hard for you, that was painful for you, into something that could now help with your life in terms of just income, health, income. It's
everything. The CBD oil. And when I quickly found out that they aren't all good, and I did the research, and I wanted to be making one. I decided I wanted one that was organic. I wanted to know what was in it. I wanted to read the labs. I wanted to source the best, because I knew that it worked really well when it really worked. And and I wanted to take it myself, and I wanted to give it to my family. So I created my own company.
Amazing.
So I was literally putting Samson to bed for an afternoon nap one day, and it was like a And are you going to think about this, Louise, or are you just going to do it?
Yeah.
So with the help of my mummy, I picked up the phone and I said, Mum, in Australia, in Sydney, can you come and help look after Samson for a month or so? Come and help me, because I want to start a business and make a website.
Yeah.
I think I was traumatized about what happened, like through the birth, and me stopping singing in Paris and not having energy to do anything like that. And I was traumatized that I wasn't singing at the Paris Opera anymore. I was upset about that.
Of course.
I was not going to, and I used to not be able to talk about it without. And I think that the CBD oil did help me deal with that. I'd say with that, because I can take as much as I like and I take it every day, I had the energy to start auditioning again. I still haven't done a lot of auditions, but I've got work set up again now.
Right.
So I've sung audition for English National Opera, and that went well. So I just did my first lead role with them, and I auditioned for Scottish Opera. Of course, I'm in a new continent, so I'm starting everything from the beginning. People don't know who I am. So last season I went and did a cover of a lead role for them, and this year I'm invited back to sing a role. So
amazing.
It's not like I'm coming in at,
but like you said, you're coming in with a different wealth of experience now, because you are a mum,
and also because I had the business, and because I have a beautiful boy, my entire identity was that of a singer before. If I had sung a bum note, it was the worst thing in the world. And my whole self-worth was based around the last thing that came out of my throat. When I walk into an audition now, my self-worth is not based around what just came out of my mouth. It's, I have a beautiful child. My identity has changed. I own a business. I'm not going in with the same probably amount of desperation that I was going in with before, because I see myself as a more complex being.
I'm just wondering, in terms of like the mummy guilt, if and it's okay.
The mummy guilt is there. No, I do, because so next season, so I'm going to Scottish Opera, to do one opera. So it's 6 to 8 weeks. I'm there for January, February, but I'm looking at the dates, and so Mum's coming, and Scottish Opera is amazing because they have a new policy. They're trying to look after mothers and singers with families.
That's fantastic.
They offered me 2 operas back to back, which was 4.5 months work, and I just couldn't do it. And I just called the casting director and I said, I can't believe, thank you, I'm so grateful.
Of course,
Thank you so much. I've never done this in my life, and normally I would be like beating down the door to get whatever work I could, but I can't do it. So may I have one of the roles? Can I do 1 opera and not 2? But please invite me back every year for 1 opera.
How amazing that you can do that.
Well, I know, I couldn't even believe that I was actually having the conversation in the first place, going, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I physically couldn't. And, but I could only do that because I've got this business.
Of course.
So this business, we're sitting in my little garden office.
It's so lovely.
So I set it up for the mummy lifestyle. And so this is all here. And I can watch play dates in the garden while I work. Make lunch for Samson.
Honestly, you're such an inspiration, Louise.
Oh.
You're such an inspiration. And the fact that you take something that was so negative, in terms of like the trauma and everything that you went through and the health issues, and turn it into, you know, something profitable. And then
I think this is a singer gene. I think all good singers have this gene.
Yeah.
I believe as singers, we get better when we have to deal with this stuff, and when we grow personally, and when we have these challenges, there's a lesson at the end of it.
Oh yeah.
You can't see it at the time though.
No, exactly.
You really can't see when you're in the middle of it.
Absolutely, no, you can't. You're blinded, aren't you?
Yeah.
But the fact that you saw something and you had this, you know, vision or this idea, and you went with it. And
well, it was the CBD oil that literally was bringing me out of a walking zombie mode.
No, but I think it's honestly so fascinating to hear your story, and I know it's just, you know, a small part of really, you know, the stuff that what you went through in your journey and things like that. The fact that you've made it out the other end, you have a thriving son, thriving business. You're having back to a thriving singing career. So
now it's new challenges about how much do I want of each and how am I going to balance.
Yeah. Which is is what you want. Yeah. Right.
But let's recognise the fact that when Samson was a little baby, there was no energy to start a business, no time to start a business. That wouldn't have even been the right time.
Yeah. It's okay to stop. It's okay to stop. And just be a mom.
You don't
for a
forget
while.
how to sing. No,
or anything. If you have, it doesn't matter what you do in this life and whatever your career goals are. I think if you stop to be a mom, just for a minute, you know, because they grow up so quickly, don't they? Yeah. And you don't get that time back. Whatever that you were doing, you can go back to doing.
And you've got mum skills. Your brain, you multitask in a way you didn't even know was possible. Yeah. The way that you can do 75 things at once. I didn't know I could do 75 things at once. And we kick ass.
We're boss bitches.
Yeah, 100%. So really, I mean, I think it's changing in the workplace as well. Mothers recognise other mothers.
Yeah.
And you know, they know that they're coming with a different skill set.
Yeah, I know.
And a useful skill set.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we're going to wrap it up now.
Okay.
But if you just have some advice, maybe about how you do juggle it all, how do you multitask those 75 things all at once? You know, being a business owner, being able to have a opera career and being a mom, how do you juggle? How do you juggle it all?
CBD oil.
Yeah. That's fine. That's good advice. Honestly, get the oil.
It's magical. That's the truth.
Do you want to give a plug to your business?
Spiritofhemp.com.
Spiritofhemp.com.
Thank you.
So any mums who are looking just to be able to function.
Very good. The highest quality CBD oil, which is 100% organic.
Amazing. Amazing. And you know what? We all try different things to be able to juggle life and to do it all.
It puts me in the zone, man.
And you are a mom that does it all. You can, and the thing is that you're living proof that you can be a mom and be able to do it all. Yeah. You can be the wife, you can be the mom, you can be the business owner, you can be the creative.
You need to look after yourself is what you need to do.
Absolutely.
You need to look after yourself. Sleep is amazing when your sleep returns, but you can't control that when you've got a little baby.
No.
So you've just got to go with it and have no guilt or whatever, and just enjoy the fact that you're in the baby mode and that baby chose you.
And then it's only for a short amount of time, and then it does.
Short amount of time, but it's a gift, and the eye contact and the contact, the lessons they're teaching you, they teach you so much.
Absolutely, yeah. And it does get easier as they get older. Yeah, as you get more time, then they go to school and things like that.
Yes, exactly. So, I mean, we're talking to you because Samson's at a play date.
Exactly. Yeah, and my husband has mine at the moment. So, but thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Could you imagine?
Oh my God.
If it stops recording? No, it doesn't. YOLO.